Hey, I've had a handful of questions about drop shotting, and a lot of people know I love to drop shot, so I've been asked to show you exactly how I rig my drop shot setup. So I'm going to show you real quick what I do. It's very simple. Everything other than the plastic baits, what I need is pretty much in a small little tackle box here. I got my hooks, I got my sinkers, all that sort of stuff. So let's start with your main line. So this line is just basically coming off the reel of my rod. I take a little bit of maybe a 18 to 20 inch piece off. Bite that. Hold on to that because I'm going to need that again here in a little bit. And then I take my drop shot hook, and there's a variety of different options out there, and it really comes down to personal preference. I happen to use that spin shot hook from VMC. Very easy to use. It has a spinning mechanism on there, so once you tie that on, that hook can spin around. It doesn't tangle up as easy. And all you're going to do, tie your favorite knot onto the end of that. As you can see, so now I have the hook tied on to the main line going to the tip of my rod, and you got a little other end of the swivels on the bottom end, and that's where you're going to come back with that little piece you just bit off earlier, the 18-20 inch, 2 feet, whatever depth you need, and tie on your favorite knot to hold that bad boy in place. So now you have your hook, your lead all set up, and then you take, I like to use just a pinch on little weight. You can see it's nothing super fancy, just a ball weight. There's cylinder weights, there's all different types that you can fish, so you can drop a cylinder weight down there. They all serve similar purposes, except for the cylinder weights might not get snagged as much, cut through weeds, not get dubbed in the rocks. For visual purposes, I'll just throw on one of these little ball crimp-on weights. Sure Set makes them. There's a bunch of varieties out there by Tungsten, and all you're doing is sliding right through the gap of that little ball and the little clip, and when you put pressure on it, that thing's not going anywhere. So now I have, here's my drop shot, my weight, the hook. Take your favorite plastic. I've been catching a lot of fish on the Mr. Twister shaker, pocket shaker. It's just basically a flick worm, and all you're really doing with your plastics is you're just nip hooking. You're not getting too aggressive, not too creative, and you can see there I've just basically nip hooked that plastic on. So now I have a setup all rigged and ready for drop shotting for bass, whatever you might have. So you got your weight system that's gonna stay on the bottom. You got your drop shot that's gonna stay up. When you move that, it's gonna bounce. If I get short biting fish, I just basically pull my plastic off, bite a little bit off, thread it back on, and now you got a little bit of a smaller presentation. You can use jig worms, you can use all different types of stuff. Doesn't matter what type of plastic you use. I've seen a lot of guys use like a stick bait, like a Senko, that sort of stuff. I'll use a Mr. Twister Cometa and a wacky rig on a drop shot. There's really no wrong way to do it. That's a very easy and effective way to rig a drop shot. Doesn't take a lot of time and effort. You saw the little jig box or the little tackle box. I got everything here in one nice neat little spot. I know where it's at, so I can hit a drop shot whenever I want. This works great for panfish too. So a lot of times I'll take, you can see in my arsenal here, I have really small spin shot hooks. I'll tie those on with smaller crimp-on weights for, let's say, bluegills and crappies. So you don't need to just drop shot for bass. You can drop shot for the smaller game fish. You can drop shot for walleyes. I've caught a lot of fish drop shotting for walleyes, but most people are drop shotting for bass. There's your setup. I got my weight dangling down there. There's the bait about 18 inches up, and that's the drop shot. Pretty simple, easy to do, catches a lot of fish. Try it if you haven't already and see if it works for you.